This is the official video of the marriage journal, explaining what it is, where it comes from, and why we love it. It's a 52-week journal that is basically 6 questions that repeat after every week, designed to help you connect, communicate, and grow in love with your spouse. It's essentially a communication tool. We like to describe it oftentimes as our good time to talk about it. It's that weekly check-in where when things come up throughout the week that we didn't really have the time set aside to dive into, whether it's an issue or an idea or a dream, this weekly check-in is our time to really dive into it, unpack it, have that meaningful conversation, and just connect and understand each other better.
Yeah, and I think one of the magical things about the journal is it's intentional. We're setting aside a time of the week to communicate with one another, understand each other, hear each other out. In the hustle bustle of life, especially with kids, sometimes weeks can go by and you haven't actually, or you might not feel like you've talked to your spouse at all, let alone had any sort of meaningful conversation that actually built your marriage. So this is a commitment to an intentional moment. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's longer if we have something big to talk about, but it's an intentional moment to sit down and say our marriage matters, our marriage should come first, the health of our marriage ultimately builds the health of our home, so let's focus on it and make it the most important thing.
And one of the best things about it is it's super simple. It's not rocket science. It's questions that you're sitting down and answering every week. So it's very attainable. It's not some, super in-depth challenge or some really long drawn out process of a thing. It's something that you can very reasonably, attainably do week after week, year after year in your marriage. Yeah,
so we notice a lot of tools out there were either too complicated, untried, untested, or just trying too hard. And that's one reason why we love the marriage journal, and why we're making this video now is because it's been tried. It's been tried and tested, and we've had tens of thousands of people have now gone through the journal and have been using it, and the response has just been incredible. So let's go briefly kind of through it real quick.
Yeah.
So the journal starts out with a mission and vision statement. You do this, just once at the beginning of the year. You can write down your goals for the year, your 5-year goals, your family mission statement, and we'll walk you through how to do that in the journal. And
that's a special section that you set aside time to do before you dive into the main weekly cadence of the journal.
Yes, it's like a one-time
thing.
And then you get into the weekly journal, which as mentioned previously is 52 weeks, so the last one journal will last you an entire year, and it starts off with a weekly encouragement just to foster some discussion, remind you of a truth about marriage. Then there's a calendar section. Discuss your week ahead, what's going on, when's date night, who's watching the kids, big moments. Get on the same page about the week ahead. Communicate about your week. And then it goes into what we like to call the core of the journal, or the real where the magic happens, and that is the 6 questions.
And once a month there's 2 additional questions. I just so happened to open to that page, but.
Yeah, so the 6 questions, they're the same each week. Again, we wanted this to be attainable, doable, not overcomplicated. And it's communication at the end of the day. That's what it is. And the 2 extra questions once a month is, how are we stewarding our finances? Good thing to check in on once a month, how are we doing with our budget, all the things. How's our sex life? That's it. Communication tool. Ultimately, we believe to find and still seek. Now that is love. And that's what we hope this journal does for you. Continues the seeking and the pursuing of one another.
Yeah, and some of you that are watching this video right now have maybe been doing the marriage journal for a long time. Maybe you have 1, 2, 3 marriage journals already on your shelf, and it's something that's already deeply impacted your marriage. We hope that it's something that you consider sharing with your friends, your community, someone in your life that you might know that's getting married, as a way that you are investing in their marriage. Ultimately, it's a communication tool, which we all know communication is so huge in relationships. So whether you're in a healthy relationship or your relationship is hurting right now, we believe that this can be a tool that can impact your marriage now and for years to come.